Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. As we get ready for football tonight from Coal City, Wilmington on the road to take on the Coal City Kohlers. Both teams come into tonight's game at undefeated records on the year at 7-0. Wilmington finishes off the year with this game against Coal City and then back at home next week against Piatone before everything heads into the playoffs for 2019. Now, no matter how you look at this thing, it's going to be an interesting game tonight because Coal City, depending on the ratings that you look at, is about number 3 in 4A, and Wilmington comes in at number 1 in Class 3A. I'll tell you something else tonight, too. We are sitting literally outside the press box, and they might as well just put the speaker for the press box right behind our head, because that's about literally what's going on here. So we're going to have to try to battle through some of that here tonight. Of course, once the game starts, it won't be nearly as loud, and we'll be able to work with some stuff here in just a little bit. Both teams out on the field as we get set for football tonight. Coal City will be in their green uniforms with gold numbers, letters, and trim. Wilmington will be in the all-white uniforms tonight with the purple helmets and purple numbers, letters, and trim. By the way, Coal City won the freshman matchup that just ended a few minutes ago. And so that game has been concluded, all done. The Kohlers get that win tonight. For Wilmington, it's been kind of up and down this year at the freshman level. But that team starting to come together a little bit. The JV team for Wilmington has done some really nice things this year as well. So the Cats continuing that program and trying to push things forward. We'll take our first break of the night. When we come back, we will take a look at some other matchups going on tonight. We have an interview with Coach Reentz to get to as well. We'll do that here in just a little bit. But first, we'll look at area matchups. After this, you're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com, or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred & Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred & Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred & Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. Back here at Coal City as we get set for football tonight from Coal City as Wilmington once again trying to stay undefeated, and both teams at 7-0, and both teams looking to kind of climb the ladder and get into that top 10. Other games going on here tonight. Lyle at 4-3 will take on 5-2 Piatone. That game will be at Piatone tonight. Morris at 5-2 will host Caneland at 6-1. Herscher at 2-5 will be at Reed Custer tonight. Reed Custer is 1-6. Mantino at 3-4 will be at 2-5. Streeter Other games, let's look at 3A. Williamsville should cruise tonight at 7-0. They're at Pittsfield, who comes into tonight's game at 1-6. Monticello at 5-2 will be at Prairie Central tonight. They are also 5-2. Some other undefeated games going on throughout the state tonight. DuQuoin at 7-0 will host Nashville, and Pena and Vandalia matchup. That's the other couple of undefeated matchups going on throughout the state. A couple other games we're going to keep an eye on. Byron at 6-1 will host Genoa Kingston. Genoa Kingston is undefeated. Eureka at 6-1 will be at Mononk Fieldcrest tonight, who is 7-0. And let's see if we have anything else here to kind of look at. I think that's pretty much the major games. Coming into this game, some scores from last week. Coal City had no problems with Lyle, winning that game 36-7. Mantino surprisingly beat Piatone 14-7. I think that made a lot of people raise some eyebrows, at least in the ICE. Herscher beat Streeter 16-9. Of course, Wilmington comes off that 47-0 win over Reed Custer. Morris defeated LaSalle Peru last week 13-0, and Monticello rolled Pontiac 59-7. And we'll keep an eye on a lot of that going into tonight as well. And we'll keep an eye on those 3A scores, specifically Byron and Williamsville, because that's the teams that are kind of right around Wilmington at the top part of those divisional rankings. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll get to our interview with the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raince. We'll do that here in just a moment as Wilmington Wildcats Weekly rolls on from Coal City tonight. Back in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network. The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Welcome back here at Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company, and once again joined by the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raince. And Coach, a really good kind of beginning to ending game last week against Reed Custer, and a good solid 47-0 win, and again an opportunity to see a lot of different people all night long.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're playing your rival in Braidwood, one of them, and you always want to have a good game there. And our kids, I felt in a couple of games prior that we didn't come out firing on all cylinders to begin the game, and so we did last weekend. Played overall a great game, offensively, defensively, and special teams. So happy from that standpoint of view. And you're right, we got a lot of faces in the game, and so a lot of kids got a lot of playing time, which is always a positive.
One of the things that we kind of saw a little bit more last week was the passing game, and is that by virtue of how Reed Custer was playing that running attack?
Yeah, it really was. They were getting so many guys up next to the line of scrimmage that Barry did a nice job of mixing in some passes. We did split out guys a little bit just to see how they would play us, and we were able to get a few man-to-man routes that went well. But Keaton threw a deep ball well. Trey Shaw was on the other end of some of those, and it went real well. And of all people, Hunter Doherty had a nice catch, and so. But overall, I thought that we showed that we could do a few things, both running and passing the ball, and hopefully that stuff we can use, which we're going to have to use, not just against Coal City, but Piatone and then into the playoffs.
Well, one of the things, we saw the 96 or 97 yard run by Rodewald a few weeks ago, and then as soon as they got to that point where it was down to the 1 yard line, everybody was kind of thinking the same thing. And then sure enough, there he goes again, and 99 yards. There was some talk as to whether or not the last one was a record. I can guarantee that one's a record.
You're exactly right. And for a kid to pull that off within, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I mean, 2 runs like that in 3 weeks is incredible. And good for Jake, good for our offensive line. One good thing about Jake doing this is he's such an unselfish kid, and the first thing he'll tell you is the offensive line deserves the credit, not me. And I get it, the offensive line does do a great job, but Jake's really, as we came into the season, okay, Jake Rodewall is moving from fullback to wingback. If you would have told me he had 20 touchdowns going into week 8, I would have said, well, I don't know about that. So I'm very proud of Jake and happy for him, and he deserves what the accolades he's getting because he's worked very hard.
And now you turn the page into a week. I know this is the game that for the last couple of weeks trying to keep everybody from looking towards because of the last couple of opponents and try to keep everybody focused. But now this one's finally here. A couple of undefeated teams, a couple of ranked teams in different classes, and that natural rivalry type of thing. Talk a little bit about the environment and how you keep the kids focused going into this.
Yeah, no, I mean, we talked to our kids right away. When you're playing another good team, you better believe that you can beat them right from the get-go. And we've heard a lot of great things about Coal City's team, but also I told our kids, you're a good team too, and you got to make sure that you approach it from that standpoint. And it's going to be a great atmosphere, electrical, this and that, playoff-type atmosphere. And from that standpoint, we get to see how our kids react and how they do there. We need to keep our kids focused on the game and not all the rah-rah stuff. And, and like I said, we're playing a good team in Coal City, and everybody's kind of circled this all year long. And, I'm glad it's here. Let's see what's going on. And I hope for both teams it's going to be a physical game, so I hope people not too many injuries. And because that would be a struggle too. But we're looking forward to the challenge.
You have kind of a multifaceted offense that you're going after in Coal City. What's the first thing that you want to kind of take away and force them to do differently?
The Jesuit kid at running back's really good. And I think against Morris, he had over 200 yards. Against Bishop Mack, he had over 200 yards. And so you're dealing with a kid there that is just a special athlete. So we got to try to get after him as much as we can and get them in the second and third and long situations. Then we got to try to contain Hutchings. So those guys do a great job, and but the Jesuit kid to me is a special kid. I mean, he's all-state type kid, one of the best in 4A. So that would be a great challenge for us.
You get that. The interesting thing that the ICE kind of is now, which is a loaded conference. You get Coal City in week 8, you get Piatone in week 9, and then you go straight into the playoffs. And does that start ramping up now for you a little bit to get you motivated to get things rolling for the playoffs?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. First off, when you get the bigger games, you're double checking and triple checking everything, making sure you're good. You're coaching a little bit harder just because of the atmosphere and the aptitude of the game, and that just carries on. So you hope you want to push your kids, but by the same token, you got to learn when to pull back too, because you don't want them burn out even before the game on Friday. So, but you're getting to the end of the year a little bit. This is already week 8. I can't believe that one. And so we're trying to get them out of practice a little bit earlier. They've been through the grind now since August 10th, and so you don't want to, you want to make sure you maintain good legs and healthy legs, and you don't want tired legs for sure. And so that's kind of our attitude with it.
And lastly, once again here tonight, injury-wise, kind of where do everything stand there?
Yeah, we've had a little sickness on the team during the week. I think we're going to be okay from that standpoint. But Humphreys is going to dress finally. He's been out since week 3. And he's about 85% right now. And then we'll talk to him as time goes on here and see how he is going into Friday night's game.
All right, Coach. Good luck again tonight, and we'll talk to you in the postgame.
All right, sounds good.
Coach Jeff Reitz joining us here on Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company as we get set for kickoff tonight from Coal City. About 4 or 5 minutes away from opening kick. As a matter of fact, I believe they'll have the national anthem at some point here. I was going to try to hang around for a second to see if that's what they were indeed going to do, but they might actually do the starting lineups for Coal City first, and if they do, we will transition into something else here on the pregame show while we wait for that. Now, you heard Coach Reitz talk a little bit about what Wilmington's going to have to do defensively. The number one thing for the Wildcats to do tonight is take Daniel Jezik out of the mix as the starting running back for Coal City, and that's hard to do because he's a very good back, and then to try to limit Peyton Hutchings throwing the ball. And as we know, that's been the one real difficulty for Wilmington, but if you can't take away the run game, you don't even have to worry about the pass game.
That's exactly right. I'm looking forward to watching this matchup. I'm looking forward to Hutchings seeing what he can do at the quarterback position. And this running back, Wilmington had better have on their game shoes tonight because they're getting for a test.
That they are, and boy, there's a large crowd here already, and there's a traffic jam trying to get in here. So, I mean, if you waited to the last second to try to show up, good luck. Because I don't even know, first off, if you're going to find a parking space, and secondly, where you're going to go once you find one. So I believe they're going to introduce the Kohlers, so we'll keep things right here. For Wilmington, again, offensively, they've really got to keep ball control. They've used the 40-second play clock all year long. They have to do it again tonight. And for the Wildcats, the run game has to work. If Wilmington has to go to the air, then there's going to be some problems.
Boy, yeah, the passing is not their strong suit. They do have to control the ball. They have to run the clock. They have to keep the Kohlers offense off the field if they hope to win tonight. And, boy, that's a tall order.
Well, as you can hear, we are sitting outside tonight, and I mean we're right underneath the press box, which means I might as well just angle the entire speaker system right at our head.
Yes.
So we're going to do our best to keep things going here in the pregame. Once we get into the actual game itself, that will be limited quite a bit, but we do what we got to do on the road to get this game into Coal City. I'll tell you, there has been all kinds of hype for this thing. ABC was out here this morning.
Yeah.
The newscopter was flying over everything. I guess there was people from ABC 7 were in town interviewing people. NBC Sports Network, the Chicago version, is out here tonight doing highlights. It'll be on the Friday Night Lights thing that will be on at 10:30 or 11 tonight. There's any number of 3 or 4 media outlets here tonight, including us.
Yeah.
I mean, I think across the board, if you look at a lot of different media sites, this is kind of the game of the night in the state of Illinois. So,
well, have we not looked forward to this game since the first of the year?
Yeah, and everybody does. I mean, whenever that's that week 8 or week 9, I always dislike the week 1 and 2 matchup.
Yeah, me too.
Because you have no idea if that's legit. But when you get here and you're at week 8, week 9, then you get kind of all that stuff coming together and you start ramping up for the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how this matchup works its way out tonight. There are a ton of people here from Wilmington. The stands are full on the Coal City side as well. And, you know, we were talking about this. The stands here are gigantic on the home side. So if you fill this, you've got a ton of people in town. They're going to have the national anthem. We will take a break. We'll come back with your opening kick here in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer Construction Company on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Welcome back here at Wilmington Wildcats Weekly, brought to you by Breezer. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours, here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Welcome back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network as we get set for football tonight from Coal City. Both teams have been introduced. Fireworks going off in the distance as well. And we'll get set for this undefeated matchup of a couple of top teams. Wilmington, the number 1 team in 3A, and Coal City, depending on where you look, somewhere in the neighborhood of number 3 in 4A. And judging on who they've played this year and how those teams have fared against other people, I think they could easily be number 1 in 4A. I don't think that's stretching it at all. So, I mean, you potentially have the number 1 team in 4A and the number 1 team in 3A meeting up in Week 8. And, I mean, who wouldn't want to see that?
Oh, yeah, this is good. And you were talking before, Coal City's in that 4A group, and the strength of the schools within that 4A group, to be ranked 3rd or 4th in the state in that is quite an honor.
All right, so we'll get set for opening kick here tonight. Big thank you to Breezer Construction Company once again for sponsoring Wilmington Wildcats Weekly here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. We're so glad that you could join us tonight. Listen, we fully understand there are any number of ways that you could be listening to this tonight, and you could be out here. I mean, it's a beautiful night for football, but we really do appreciate each and every one of you joining us here tonight. We know you have options. We know you have choices, and thank you for staying loyal and sticking with us. By the way, I hear stuff back from time to time. We have some fans that listen in Texas on a weekly basis. I mean, we have some people kind of spread out all over the country that listen to Wilmington Wildcats football here, and we appreciate that. So the Kohlers will tee it up, and they'll kick off left to right. We are doing the Harry Carey thing. We are in the bleachers tonight. What a beautiful night, and we'll see how this goes. Kick comes down to the 6-yard line, across the 15 to the 20, and Trey Shaw is stacked up there. And so Wilmington will start their 1st and 10. And on the first play of the night, there's a Kohler down. And I mean, it was literally the opening kick and an injury for Coal City. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. And
return tackled by Jacob Jasnos.
We'll see.
Ball spotted at the 20-yard
trying
line.
to see who it is.
It was kind of right at the
22.
impact of the tackle, but he wasn't the one that actually tackled him.
So we'll hang out here for a second and see who the injured player is for Coal City. Now for Wilmington, that is not really the kickoff return that you were looking for.
No, it wasn't.
To get back out to the 20. And we'll see what the Cats have offensively. Now, one thing we know from Coal City is that they'll be ready for the Wilmington offensive attack. Dan Hutchings, of course, has some Wilmington ties, and he's done a great job taking over this football program from Lenny Owenson. And Coal City just continues to churn out these teams year after year, much the same way Wilmington does. They're two powerful programs in the state of Illinois. And, again, when it comes down, you get Week 8 here, but then once you get past that Week 8 point and you get Week 9 and get into the playoffs, then you start watching the other teams in your conference, hoping that those teams will continue to win and go as far as possible, because it does nothing but help that conference get more notoriety, especially since everything got changed around this year.
Yes, it did.
And it's now the ICE, and a lot of solid teams in that conference. And, of course, the old Interstate 8 now has a bunch of teams from the north central part of Illinois in it. We're still waiting for the injured Kohler to get up. Trying to see who that is. Looks like, is that 85? That would be Jacob Cholico, a 6', 169-pound junior who will get some help off the field.
Looks like he's got a knee problem, maybe.
Yeah, that left knee doesn't look
Yeah,
entirely right.
No, he's not putting the weight on it, so he's got a problem there.
So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and like we said, Coal City knows what's coming, and they're going to be ready for it. And in fact,
everybody in the ice knows what Wilmington runs.
I mean, if you don't know, you've been hiding under a rock. somewhere. Up front, Kyle Birch, 6'4", 190 pounds. Next to him is Jacob Jasnaz, a 6'4", 242-pound senior, right in the middle of that defensive line. So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10. Everything packed in again with Keaton Hopwood up under center. And Trey Shaw in motion, gets the handoff off the right side. He gets stacked up and pushed backwards. And a gain of a couple for Trey Shaw to bring up 2nd down and 8. So again, it's Shaw to one side, Jacob Rodewald to the other. And the fullback tonight will be A.J. Myers. Again, up front for Wilmington, Brad Stacy, Nick Gornick, Hunter Doherty, along with Jaron Allen, Lucas Spangler, Cameron Holman to the outside as well. Wilmington will take all kinds of time off that play clock. They'll very rarely snap it with more than 5 seconds to go on it. So everybody back up here down to 3. And Hopwood takes the snap, hands it off left side. A decent hole out to the 25-yard line goes Jacob Rodewald. A gain of 3 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Wilmington from their own 25. So the Kohlers getting to the football. Now watching some film a little bit on the Kohlers. They have given up some rush yards to some opponents. But the difference is knowing what Wilmington does and knowing how to attack.
Yeah, what Cole City will do is put lots of people inside the box, make it very difficult for Wilmington to run up the middle.
3rd down at 5, 10-20 to go opening quarter. Handoff goes right side. Trey Shaw had a hole, and he got stood up in it after a gain of a couple, and it will bring up 4th down and 3 for Cole City. So good job by the Cole City defense to step everything up.
Boy, they had that inside plugged up good and solid. It was like running into a rock wall.
So Asa Cooper back deep for Cole City as Wilmington will do that standard, come up to the line and then back out of it. So A.J. Myers will get set to punt it away. Again, Cooper back deep. This kick to the far sideline will bounce out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. So bring up 1st and 10 for Cole City. They will mark it at their own 48. So again, for Wilmington, the goal here is to take away Daniel Jezik and then worry about Peyton Hutchings after that. But if Cole City is doing what I think they're going to do, they'll air the ball out a little bit tonight. Pitch comes near side. Jezik trying to get the corner inside the 45, down to the 40, and is shoved out of bounds at the 38. So a gain of 13, make it 14 for Jezik. So 1st and 10 for Cole City from the Wilmington 38-yard line. So again, shotgun formation here. Pitch goes far side. Jezik trying to get the corner. He will, and gets inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. So 2 sweet plays, one to the right side and one to the left, and Cole City picks up huge yardage. So give them a gain of 11 more for Jezik and a 1st and 10 for Cole City, and they are moving the ball in a hurry to the Wilmington 27. Again, speeding up here. Pitch comes right side, and Jezik runs through a defender all the way inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Ran over Franzing. That's a gain of 9, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Actually, they're going to give them 10, and it will be a Cole City 1st down. Well, I will tell you what, this Kohler offense has gone straight through Wilmington on this first drive and straight over them. Trips receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Out of the shotgun now, Hutchings rolls right side, flag down, fires it incomplete. Here's the question of the night. Why in the world would you pass the football when you ran 4 times and got a 1st down every time?
I have no answer for that.
there's no reason to throw the football.
Well, they end up getting a penalty holding.
So now you go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20. And quite honestly, you should be able to actually be more than 1st and 20. Be 1st and 22.
Yeah.
Man, I'm all for being creative at times, but when you're chewing up that kind of yardage.
3 plays and over 30 yards? Yes, I think so.
So back to the I formation for Cole City. 2 receivers over to the near side. Hutchings now up under center. Wilmington with 4 linemen coming. Pitch goes to the outside, and Jezik has all kinds of room all the way down to the Wilmington 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 10 more to bring up 2nd down and 12.
45 yards and 4 carries.
Well, that's the problem for Wilmington is what the Kohlers are doing is running to the outside over and over and over, and Wilmington has nobody out there. So 2nd down and 13 from the Wilmington 20. Trips receivers all bunched into the far side. Hutchings fakes the pitch, now hands it off right side. Huge hole. Jezik's going to get to the end zone possibly. Down to the 5, makes a move back to the inside. And he's down and touchdown Cole City. Daniel Jezik on a run of 20 yards. And Cole City leads at 6-0. And I mean, they just trucked the Wilmington defense.
They weren't even in the same league that possession.
The problem for Wilmington is that not only is there nobody in the hole to attack Jezik, tackling him is a whole other adventure.
He's by far the best we've seen so far. Anyway.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I mean, I don't think there's even been a close second as far as running backs go. And, of course, Wilmington knew that. That was what they're going to have to take away, but first drive of the game was all Cole City. Good snap, good hold. The kick, I believe that's Jezik as well. It is, and it is good. So Cole City leads at 7-0. 7:47 to go opening quarter. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
So Cole City leads it 7-0 with 7:47 to go in the opening quarter. This comes down to Shaw at the 2, across the 15, out to the 20. Shaw pushes it out to the 24-yard line, almost the 25, and Wilmington will start there 1st and 10. And again, the problem for the Wildcats, the 3-and-outs are not going to help Wilmington tonight. They have to hang on to the football, and they have to turn up clock, because as you just heard, the Cole City offense is a handful. So 7:40 to go opening quarter. Cole City leads at 7-0, and quite frankly, absolutely no trouble scoring on the first drive.
Well, here's the other problem Wilmington has. They've not been able to move the ball at all, not even close.
So 1st down and 10 for Wilmington from their own 24. Technically, everybody packed in here. Shaw and Rodewald at the wingbacks. Handoff goes Rodewald across the 25 out to the 30. And a gain of about 6 yards for Jacob Rodewald. Bring up 2nd down and 4 for Wilmington. Griffin Johnson makes the stop for Coal City. And that's it for Wilmington. Now you'll see it again. They will not snap the ball until it gets down to under 5 seconds because that's been the Wilmington MO this year. They'll use that entire play clock almost every single time. Actually, they got up to the line a lot faster that time.
Yeah, they did. It's 13 seconds left.
Everything packed in. And there's the jump off sides, and that, defensively for Coal City, is what you have to watch. So jumping off is Kyle Birch. So that will give Wilmington a 1st down. And if anything tells you that Keaton Hopwood is going to do that hard count, it's if they're up to the line with more than 10 seconds, it's coming.
Yeah, you're right about that, aren't you?
Although with that 25-second clock just restarted, a little bit more time on the clock here, down to 12 seconds on that play clock. 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff goes left side. Rodewald bangs ahead, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets all the way out to the 39, close to the 40, and that was all Jacob Rodewald. Picks up 4 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington from their own 39.
Yeah, he ran into some guys that time, but he just willed himself about 3 yards there.
So 2nd down and 6 for Wilmington from the 39. And again, for the Wildcats, you got to hang on to the football and use clock. Again, Shaw to the near side, Rodewald to the far. Hopwood up under center with A.J. Myers packed in there as the fullback. Handoff goes right side. Trey Shaw, not much doing there. Maybe a yard or two. Good job by the Kohlers defensively to kind of step up and close that gap. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 4. And for Wilmington, you're going to have to see some different stuff tonight offensively. Because Coal City's too good up front to just line up and run right at.
They've been tested this year, Coal City, and they've passed all the tests.
Now you can do some of that run right at, but every now and then something's got to change up a little bit. 3rd down and 4 for Wilmington from their own 41-yard line. Again, everything packed in, although Coal City only has 4 on that line. Pitch comes left side. Big hole. This is Rodewald across midfield all the way down to the 46, maybe the 45 of Coal City. So that'll be a gain of 14 yards and a Wilmington 1st down to the Coal City 45.
You heard a cheer go up that time. It's the first really large gainer that Wilmington's had, but he went right through there.
So again, the Cats taking all kinds of time, about the exact opposite of what we saw from Coal City, which was speed up and snap the ball as many times as possible. And Wilmington, although playing at a little bit faster pace than normal.
Yeah, it's only 14 seconds at the line of scrimmage.
So Hopwood back up under center. And the pitch comes left side. And churning ahead all the way down to the Coal City 40-yard line.
Nice run.
And once again goes Jacob Rodewald and yak the yards after contact, right?
Yeah.
Jacob was hit right at the 45, carried everyone with him down to the 39 of Coal City. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Jacob's doing a great job of running tonight.
You know, and as soon as I say they're going to have to do something different than run the ball straight at Coal City, they run the ball straight at Coal City.
Coal City gets used to that. Pull those guys in a little bit to try to cut that off. Then they can go around the end.
Yeah, they're trying. There's 4 down linemen for Coal City. They're basically playing a 4-6 and just bringing up all the linebackers as the play develops. So pitch comes left side. This is Rodewald again, and he's got another 1st down. A gain of 5 for Jake. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 34-yard line of Coal City. Again, this is best case scenario for Wilmington. Hang on to the football, use a ton of clock, and get in the end zone. Because as we've seen, that Coal City offense is explosive.
Oh boy, are they dangerous? Wow.
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 34 of Coal City. Again, the Kohlers playing that 4-6. Everything packed in out of the double wing for the Cats. This is Hopwood keeping it himself, breaks a couple of tackles, gets all the way down to the Wilmington 26.
Wow, there's a flag way late.
Very late flag, and deep in the backfield as well. Would have been a gain of 7 yards. I have a funny feeling that this is unsportsmanlike against Wilmington, unsportsmanlike against both. So you get the good old offsetting penalties, which really all that's saying is, listen, we've seen some stuff going on, and we're not going to let that continue.
You guys better be careful. We're going to start calling stuff.
And, of course, everyone's ready to go. They're all hyped up, wanting to get stuff done, but you just got to take a deep breath. So I'll bring up 2nd down and a couple for Wilmington from the Coal City 26-yard line.
Well, he got 8 yards that time?
And he broke tackle. I mean, again, Coal City is making contact with the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage or maybe a yard farther. It's just all hard running from Wilmington. The Kohlers are actually playing it decently. Just need to make tackles. 2nd down and 2 from the 26, and I don't know what happened there, but it did not look right. We have a false start for Wilmington, so it goes from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7, and those kind of things can happen.
Yeah, what happened was one of their linebackers, when charging the line of scrimmage, about 2 seconds before the snap, by the time he got up there was a second, and it drew the movement on the offensive line for Wilmington. They have, I call them 6 linebackers across there. They have 4-6, and they're all right across. So it's hard to run a sweep with that kind of a outlay. But
see, this kind of stuff is what really kills your offense if you're Wilmington. You're getting 4, 5, 6 yards at a time, then all of a sudden you go backwards, and now you got to start to get all that yardage back, and that's hard to do. Pitch comes left side. This is Rodewald again inside the 30. Down near the 27. And so a gain of about 3 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Wilmington from the Coal City 27-yard line.
Tackled by Kyle Birch.
They said Trey Shaw had that one.
3rd down, 2.
Was it Shaw?
I don't know. That's what the...
Okay. Well, I mean, Shaw's the near side running back, and that's not who got the ball. So, at any case, 3rd down, we'll call it 3 from the Coal City 27. 1:20 to go. Pitch back to Shaw. Has some room. Bangs ahead inside the 25. Down near the 22-yard line. Give Trey 5 more yards and a Wilmington 1st down.
Trey Shaw, the ball carrier.
Tell you one thing you'll have tonight is a fast football game, because Wilmington will use clock, and I have a feeling Coal City's going to run the ball a ton too.
Yeah, it's not going to be a long run-out game, not unless something else happens.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Wilmington has it. 1st and 10 from the Coal City 23-yard line. Again, back to the double wing, and we have a timeout to Wilmington. It's an interesting one. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Coal City leads at 7-0. We'll be back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
So Trey Shaw off the right side gives Wilmington a 2nd down and 7 off the 3-yard gain for Shaw. And Wilmington just might let this thing run out for the quarter. Got one play inside of a minute, and I believe the Cats are going to let that clock run out. So at the end of quarter number 1, Coal City leads it 7-0 over Wilmington. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous Dirtworm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
Coal City leads it 7-0 as we get set for the start of quarter number 2. Wilmington's been moving the football on this second drive of the night. They'll have it 2nd down and 7 from the Coal City 19-yard line, actually almost the 18.
Rodewall has 46 yards in the first quarter, so he has been running the ball very effectively. Trey is a little more difficult running it. He's averaging about, maybe 3 yards a carry.
All right, 2nd down and 6. Wilmington going left to right now, down to the Coal City 19-yard line. In motion goes Rodewall, gets the pitch, and he'll churn ahead inside the 15, still going all the way down to near the 12 before it's finally stacked up. And Wilmington churning out more yards. That's a gain of 6, close to 7. And the Wildcats will face a 3rd down and a yard, so a gain of 6. You got to think, or at least I do anyway, if you don't get it here, you go for it on 4th down, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think 3 points is going to help you tonight.
I mean, they've got a kicker that can do it.
I just don't think 3 is going to help you. The way Coal City went down the field.
Boy, they didn't. They like they were going through hot butter. I mean, man, that was a little bit on the shocking side.
So 3rd down and a yard for Wilmington from the 13-yard line of Coal City. Everything packed in again. Hopwood under center. Pitch comes back, fumble on the play, and I think Shaw got it back, but boy, does that hurt. 3rd down and a yard, and now Wilmington's going to basically be forced to kick the field goal. So it'll bring up 4th down and 3, and I can't imagine. I mean, it's Coal City. Well, they're looking at Wilmington as well, and the Cats will bring on the field goal unit. So Alan Richards will come on to attempt the extra point, the field goal here, which should be about a 32-yarder. I'm going to put it down at the 22, so it'll be a 32-yard field goal. So Richards will get set. Good snap, good hold. The kick by Richards is no good, as Richards misses it wide left. And so it will be Cole City football from their own 20-yard line. Alan Richards this year has been pretty much money every time, and that kick didn't look bad. Just missed it.
It took them a little while to call it, because it must have been very, very close.
And now the problem for Wilmington is, can you stop Cole City? Back to the I formation here for the Kohlers. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Handoff goes to the fullback, who reaches out for a gain of 4, close to 5. That is Connor Best, the 6', 220-pound fullback. Actually, they said it was Cade McKinney, but I don't believe that it was. That's definitely not Cade McKinney unless he changed uniforms, but maybe he did. 2 receivers over to the near side here. Pitch comes off the near wing, and stretching it out for a gain of 2, maybe 3, goes Jezik. As Rodewald out there to wrap him up. To bring up 3rd down and 2 for Cole City.
3rd down, 2.
So the Kohlers will have it 3rd down and 2 from their own 28-yard line. Everything packed in again. Handoff goes to Jezik, big hole, and he's dropped at the 32-yard line as another 1st down for Cole City. That's a gain of 4 yards for Jezik. And Cole City has it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
You feel like it's a major victory when you stop him at 4 yards.
Well, that's what we mean. Like when Wilmington fumbled that football and then had to cover it back up, that's a big loss because the Wildcats need to score whenever possible. So handoff goes off that left side and out across the 40 to near the 41-yard line goes the run by Connor Best. And he'll pick up about 8 more, and Cole City will have it 2nd down and 2 from their own 41-yard line. Well, and for Wilmington, they're going to have to figure out something quick defensively.
Yeah. So far, it looks the defensive unit's been on life support.
So 2nd down and 2 for Cole City from their own 41. 2 receivers out to the near side. Again, Hutchings under center, pitches it off the left side. This is going to be close to a 1st down. That's, again, Jezik with a gain of 2, but I don't know. It depends on the spot whether or not he got the 1st down. Yeah, it's close. And
well, they're going to call it without measuring it.
yeah, I think it probably is. It was just to the inside of the 43, and the ball is sitting almost directly on the 43, so that's definitely close. Wilmington needs to figure out some way to get a defensive stand. Again, trips receivers bunched in just off the tight end on the near side as Cole City works right to left here in the 2nd quarter. Here the handoff goes underneath, and Jezik gets tripped up after no gain, maybe a yard.
Daniel Jezik, the ball carrier, penalty marker on the play.
And we do have a flag down, and I believe this might be holding on Cole City. Now the question is whether or not you take it. I guess Wilmington will.
Holding against the Kohlers.
So it will be 1st and 20. Now the problem for Wilmington is that this happened before, and immediately Cole City got all of it back in 2 plays.
Well,
Wilmington
must have changed something around in their defense because they never gave up less than 10 yards a run by Jezik before, and the last 3 times he's gotten 2, 4, and 2.
Well, the Wilmington offense has moved the ball a little bit, but did not score. The problem has been the defense. So 2 receivers to the far side, and now we have a whistle and a timeout to Cole City. 7 minutes to go in the half. Cole City leads it 7-0. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com. Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818.
So 1st and 20 here for Coal City. Handoff comes near side, all kinds of room. Up the sideline, inside the 30 to the 20, down to the 10, all the way down to the 6-yard line goes Connor Best. A gain of 63 yards and a Coal City first down. So 1st and goal for the Coalers at the Wilmington 5.
63
yards. So the Coalers have it 1st and goal from the 5, back to the I formation for Coal City with Jezik in the backfield. Handoff goes left side and into the end zone goes Jezik for the touchdown. And I'm going to tell you something. It has been no problem for Coal City offensively. 13-0 the lead for Coal City. 6:45 to go in the half, pending the extra point, of course. So Jezik on to attempt the extra point. I'm going to tell you, not only is that kid fast, but he is big and physical.
Yeah, he's big.
Good snap, good hold. The kick from Jezik is good. And Coal City leads it 14-0. 6:45 to go in the half. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
14-0 is the lead for Coal City with 6:45 to go in the first half. The Coalers will get set to kick off. Jezik from right to left here. So the approach and the kick comes down to the 12, across the 20, out to the 25-yard line. And Wilmington will start there 1st and 10. So far, Coal City has dominated this game. Now, Wilmington has moved the ball offensively, got some yards, but the Coalers made a stand when they needed to, and Wilmington has not been able to stop Coal City at all.
Well, actually, Wilmington shot themselves in the foot, fumbled their own snap. and stopped their drive. That with a 5-yard penalty.
Well, once again, Wilmington must keep possession of this football and score before the end of the half if they're going to stick around in this game. Back to the double wing. And keeping it is Hopwood. Has a big hole across the 35 out near the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, close to 14, and a Wilmington first down. Now again, the Wildcats can move the football offensively, but they need points.
They need points. They got to finish it off, right.
First down, 10.
Offense has not been the problem. They have moved the ball with a couple mistakes, cost them a score, and now they find themselves really in the hole. But the defense is stumbling badly.
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 40-yard line. Everything packed in again. Hopwood up under center. And we'll pitch it left side. And we have a whistle and another false start on Wilmington.
No. That's what we said you can't do. Not with this kind of running game.
This is how games go from 2 touchdown games to 4 or 5 touchdown games. So now the Cats have it 1st and 15 from their own 35. As Hopwood will bring them back up to the line again. Everything packed in here. And that's another one. That's it again. Both Rodewald and Trey Shaw were moving, and that's the right call.
And you notice Coal City's made one little minor change in their defense. They've taken one of their, I call them defensive backs, and they moved him up in the line of scrimmage. Now they've got 5 and 5.
So Barry Southall is none too pleased with the officiating crew there. Although I will say, that one, now the one before, I'm not so sure about. Yeah. That one, there were 2 people moving. I mean, there was. So we have 5:39 to go in the half, and Wilmington finds themselves in a 1st and 20 situation.
With a running offense.
I think Barry's still giving them an earful.
Oh, boy.
So it'll be 1st and 20 for the Cats from their own 30-yard line, and that's something that Wilmington cannot afford to have. Be sure to stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate. Big thank you to them. We'll have a check of your first half stats. We'll get you set for the second half, and we'll have a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. All that and more coming up at the half. Their halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate. Well, 1st and 20 for the Cats now. Pitch comes left side. This is that Rodewald out to the 34-yard line. Picks up about 4 yards. Make it 2nd and 16 for Wilmington. This is the territory for the Cats that there's just not much you can do. Again, Wilmington using all kinds of time off that play clock. And this has really been more what the Wildcats have done this year. He's used tons of clock and used ball control. 2nd down and 16 for the Cats from their own 34. Everything packed in again. And keeping it is Hopwood again. There's nothing there. So it'll be a gain of a yard. Bring up 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Wilmington desperately needed to keep this ball to the end of the quarter and get a score.
And the problem for Wilmington, when you get back-to-back penalties, you go from usable territory to in trouble immediately.
Yeah.
So, and Wilmington's going to take this way down. In fact, Hopwood's not even in the huddle yet. Down to 7 seconds.
Are they going to try to run it?
I don't know what they're going to down to 3 seconds. They're just now up to the line. And the snap, pitch back, double handoff, comes near side. This is Trey Shaw across the 40 out to the 42. He'll pick up 7 yards, and Wilmington's going to be forced to punt the football. And once again, the Coal City's offense has been a machine in the first half.
Trey Shaw, the ball carrier, tackled by Austin Pallara.
So bring out 4th down and 8.
And Jack
Coal City's averaged 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so of possession. There's 3:27 on the clock.
Oh, yeah, they could
so that's
score a
plenty of
couple of
time.
times. So back deep for Coal City is Asa Cooper back at his own 25-yard line. A.J. Myers will get set to punt it away. And the kick from Myers is a decent one over the head of Cooper. Bounces inside the 15, down to near the 10. And it will be touched dead at the 7-yard line. That's where Coal City will take over 1st and 10. But let's be honest. Last time around, they had it at the 20, and it took them, what, less than 2 minutes?
Yep. Less than 3.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Coal City from their own 8-yard line. 2:57 to go in the half. And so far, this game has been all Coal City. There has been one offensive drive for Wilmington where they got down inside the red zone and couldn't convert.
Yeah.
Other than that, Coal City has controlled everything. And here comes Hutchings off the near side. Fires caught across the 10 to the 15. And then making the tackle at the 17-yard line is Keaton Hopwood. So a gain of about 9.
Hutchings pass complete to Josh
That pass
Michalak.
caught by Michalak.
Hopwood. 2nd down, 1.
For a gain of 9. Bring up 2nd and 1 for Coal City from their own 17-yard line. One receiver split out to the far side. I formation here for the Kohlers. Handoff goes right side. Big hole again. Coming off the near side is Jezik. He's all the way out to the 29-yard line. And a gain of 11 more. And a Coal City 1st down. And the problem there, Wilmington initially had somebody in the hole. But once he broke that tackle, there was nobody on the backside.
Now, Wilmington's trying to come up, plug all the holes, playing up close. But, boy, if you get through, it's gone.
Trips receivers to the far side, one to the near out of the shotgun is Peyton Hutchings. Hands off near side. Again, huge room out across the 40 near the 45-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 13 more. And a Coal City 1st down as Jezik ended up with them all.
Stops the clock. There's a minute 56 seconds left. Plenty of time.
41-yard line for a Kohler. 1st down.
And the thing of it is, Coal City gets the ball to start the second half, too.
Yeah, that finishes killing you right there.
And unless Wilmington can figure out something defensively, it's going to be a long night, I'm afraid. One receiver to either side. Up under center is Hutchings with one tailback. Handoff, and Jezik breaks a couple of tackles, gets stacked up and dropped at the 40. But, man, he broke about 4 tackles and then got dropped for a loss of a yard. Sanchez ended up cleaning it up, but Richards came flying through and hit him about 3 or 4 yards deep in the backfield. And he just bounced right off of him.
Didn't hardly knock him off stride, did it? Took the 3rd tackle before they finally got him down, and he hadn't gotten back to the line of scrimmage yet.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for Coal City. Ball back at the 40. One receiver to the far side, 2 back to the near. Out of the shotgun is Hutchings with Jezik to his left. Peyton fires far side, caught, and this might go up the sideline of the 40 to the 30 to the 20, and this is going to go for 6. Touchdown Coal City off the pass to Kyle Birch. And a 60-yard touchdown pass makes it 20-0, Coal City. I mean, the problem again, and this has been the issue with Wilmington's corners, is trying to come up and make a quick tackle or knock the ball down, and then there's nobody left. And so they went all out trying to get there, and after that, there's nobody in the back end.
And how many yards did he have there?
60-yard touchdown pass. So Jezik on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And Coal City leads it 21-0 with 1:05 to go in the half. And as we said, Coal City gets the ball to start the second half as well. Take a break, come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
So 21-0 is the lead for Coal City. 1:05 to go in the half. And again, if Wilmington can't get something here at the end of the half, Coal City gets the ball back again. And
it's be 28.
It has been
wow.
Quick scoring drives do not say it.
Something has not been brought out, is the play calling by Coal City's coach. He has really mixed it up just exactly right.
So the kick here comes down to the Wilmington 7, out across the 15. And this will be stacked up Narine out to the 20-yard line. And that's where Wilmington will start 1st and 10. And I don't really know where you go from here if you're the Wildcats.
Throw it.
Do you, though? Because we go 3 and out, they might score again.
Ryan, the ball carrier on the punt, or on the kickoff return.
So Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Again, stick around for the halftime show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate, as we'll check your first half stats, which have been really loaded toward Coal City, and we'll take a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard as well, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. There's a gain of 8, close to 9 on first down for Keaton Hopwood on the quarterback keeper. And Wilmington in no hurry. And really, at this point, they might take one shot
here.
They're
going to try again.
You got to remember, Coal City does have 2 timeouts left. You definitely do not want to give the ball back. Pitch comes left side. This is Rodewald. He'll have the first down, and that will allow Wilmington to at least get out of the half. So ball out to the 32. I'll run the clock here. And I think Wilmington's going to go to the half. 21-0 is a lead for Coal City here at the break. We'll take time out. We'll come back with their halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate. We'll do that here in just a little bit. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900. When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk, Allred & Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk, Allred & Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today. The launching pad is back and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirtworm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
What's up, man? Good to see you're here. Do you want a beer?
No thanks, I don't drink.
Oh, come on, relax. Have some fun. Everyone else is drinking.
We have a lot to do tomorrow and I can't be all hungover from drinking. Yeah, I'm having enough trouble with school and sports and clubs and so much stuff. I don't have time to be worrying about if I got caught drunk.
Come on, man. This will help relax your mind and worries, and you'll have a good time.
Oh man, cops, run! We better book it out of here.
I'm so glad we weren't stupid and didn't drink. I know, right?
The Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community is committed and proud to bring programs and resources to help area residents. Our mission is to build a safe, productive, and substance-free community through these programs. The issues and problems that come with alcohol and drug abuse are very real, and the effects can be devastating. If you or anyone you know is in need of help, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with Sebring Goodman Teen Institute, ONDCP, and Samson.
Welcome into the halftime show brought to you by Pro Real Estate at pro-homes.net and at 815-476-7916. At the half, it has been all Coal City, and I mean pretty much complete domination. 21-0 is the lead for the Coalers over Wilmington. Your first half stats. First off, rushing the football for Coal City, Daniel Jezik, 12 carries for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. Connor Best had 2 carries for 71 yards here in that first half. So for Coal City, 15 rushes, 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. Through the air, Peyton Hutchings was 2 of 2 for 69 yards and a touchdown. The touchdown, a 60-yard pass to Kyle Birch. Josh Michalak caught the other pass for 9 yards, 176 yards on the ground, 69 in the air, 245 yards of offense. And the thing is, they did it in 7 total minutes of the first half. I mean, that was, you want to talk about quick strikes, and Wilmington really had no answers defensively.
Well, they're averaging about 12, 13 yards a carry. So that's how fast they're going down the field.
Yeah, it's been incredibly quick. For Wilmington, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood has 4 rushing attempts for 29 yards. Trey Shaw, 7 carries for 24 yards. Jacob Rodewald, 10 carries for 55 yards, and that's it. 21 rushing attempts for the Wildcats tonight, 108 yards, no passing attempts at all. So the Cats are being outgained in that first half, 245 to 108. And the crazy thing is, the time of possession is massively in favor of Wilmington.
Oh, yeah.
It's just Cole City keeps scoring and scoring and scoring.
They're averaging a score about every 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of possession.
Yeah, so far, everything really being done on the ground, other than the one Peyton Hutchings pass that went for 60 yards for a touchdown. Both teams just rushing the football a ton, which led to a very quick first half.
Yes, they did.
The problem for Wilmington is that's been entirely controlled by Cole City. And we sit here at the half with the Kohlers leading it 21-0 over Wilmington in what has been billed as the biggest matchup of the week. And so far, Cole City has been doing all the work.
Yeah. Well, of all the plans Coach made for meeting Cole City, he's got one of them. That is, they've controlled the time of possession. But other than that, everything else has gone by the wayside. And he's down there lecturing his heart out. We'll see if he can pull a couple switches and maybe give them a little bit of a hope for the second half.
One thing you'll never get is a lack of effort.
No.
And Wilmington will go full bore all 4 quarters. But so far tonight, I mean, things have been skewed toward Cole City for sure. I mean, they're big, fast, can break tackles. And, you know, when Wilmington, you kind of knew once Wilmington got the ball down inside the 20 and then stalled out by Trey Shaw dropped that pitch, and then everything stalled out, you kind of knew,
yeah, you're in trouble.
This is going to be a problem. And it has been, because the Wildcats have not even been able to slow down Cole City, let alone stop them. And so at this point, the Kohlers get the ball to start the third quarter. You could conceivably be down, if you're Wilmington, 28-0 with like 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. And that's a huge hole to dig out of, particularly when you haven't been able to stop them on defense.
And I guess to be realistic about the matter, they might as well give Cole City the ball to start the second half, because they've got to find a way to stop them. If they don't stop them, it's all over anyway. So
correct. Yeah, I mean, that is it. I mean, you have to find a way to have an answer. And it's
like you said, it isn't because of a lack of effort. I've never, in all these years we've covered Wilmington, I've never known a lack of effort. They always give you the heart. And they are tonight, too. They're not quitting. But, boy, they're just kind of outmatched.
So let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have a check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. We'll do that here in just a few minutes. Cole City leads at 21-0 over Wilmington here at the half. We're back with more in just a moment. You're listening to Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Phelan Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield, Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfurt, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955. Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916.
Welcome back here on the Halftime Show, brought to you by Pro Real Estate, as we get set for a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. Other scores from around the area: Lyle 6-0 lead on Piatone with 30 seconds to go in that first quarter. It's Canelan 7, Morris 0. That's also in the first quarter. Rochelle leads Plano 12-0. And that also in the second quarter. Again, just looking at scores from around our area. Lincoln Way West leads Bradley Bourbonnais 3-0 at the start of the second. And Durand leads Savannah West Carroll 13-0. By the way, the Byron score, they lead Genoa Kingston 21-7. That game is at the half. Of course, a lot of scores aren't even in yet because we're very early tonight with this game. The fact that we're up to the halftime point already is pretty amazing. Forreston leads Freeport Aquin 21-14. Again, from around our area, Maple Park Canelan 7-0 over Morris. Lyle 6, Piatone 0. Rochelle 12-0 over Plano. Lincoln Way West 3, Bradley Bourbonnais 0. Let's move to the south suburbs. Hillcrest leads Lamont 12-7 with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's Lincoln Way East 33-0 over Sandburg. So Lincoln Way East once again rolling here tonight. Oak Lawn Richards leads Shepherd. Actually, that game now tied at 7 apiece. Lockport Township leads Andrew from Tinley Park 10-0. Give you some more scores here in just a moment. Doing this a little bit differently here tonight. We normally have a full-scale thing to bring you, but we're kind of doing one zone at a time. And for some reason, my phone tends to act all kinds of weird when I really need it to do something. And I'll come back to that here in just a moment. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Bartlett 14-0 over South Elgin. It's Downers Grove North 7-0 over Lyons. Elgin St. Edward leads Westmont 29-0. So the Westmont Sentinels trailing big. It's Wheaton Academy and Riverside Brookfield tied up at 7. Leiden and Downers Grove South tied at 0. That's in the second quarter. West Chicago leads Streamwood. That game 3-0 in the second quarter. Other scores, Elk Grove Village trails Hershey 21-7. It's Deerfield 7, Highland Park 0. Palatine 3, Schaumburg 0. It's Grace Lake North 14-3 over Grant. Lake Zurich leads Mundelein 13-0. Brother Rice leads Carmel 6-0. And Evanston leads Niles West 13-0. Check a few more scores here. Arcola leads Farmer City. Well, that score now 49-0. That's in the first quarter. Arcola leads Farmer City 49-0 with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. And Bismarck Henning 26-0 over Salt Fork. Farmington a 20-0 lead on Abington Avon. That game is at the half. Auburn leads Petersburg 28-0. Pleasant Plains 21, New Berlin 17. It's Oakland 21-7 over Niantic. Decatur St. Teresa 28-0 over Warrensburg Latham. Knoxville 44-0 over Elmwood Brimfield. It's Bloomington 22, Peoria 6. Argenta 28-20 over Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond. It's Athens 7, Verdon North back 0. Chatham Glenwood 56-0 over Springfield Southeast. Fisher 21, Colfax Ridgeview 7. Dwight and Hoopston, no score yet there. Minonk 14, Eureka 3. Mount Zion 21-7 over Effingham. Danville 13, Peoria Richwoods 10. Let's go into the city, shall we? See what kind of scores we have there. Thornwood leads Chicago Hope 6-0 at the half. A lot of these games did not get played because of the strike, I'm guessing, they're going on this week. The only official one right now is Thornwood 6-0 over Chicago Hope. There were some forfeits in there as well. Once again, we'll go back to our local scores. Check that one more time here on the scoreboard. It's Rochelle now 20-0 over Plano with 2 minutes to go in the half. Canelan 7-0 over Morris with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lyle leads Piatone 6-0 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Byron a 21-7 lead over Genoa Kingston. That game is at the half. Lincoln Way West now leads Bradley Bourbonnais 10-0 with 10 minutes to go in the half. And that is a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates here on the Christian Internet Sports Network. Back with your second half in just a moment. And right back here on the network.
Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
Heroin. I am Matt Baskerville. As a funeral director in Will County, I can tell you firsthand that I have seen results of heroin overdose.
Plainfield Shorewood, 4 dead. Lockport, 5 dead. I am Reagan Freitag. As Wilmington's local prosecutor and Will County board member, I can tell you I have seen the trouble and hardships of addictions.
Frankfort, Mokina, New Lenox, 6 dead. Bolingbrook, Romeoville, 6 dead. In Wilmington and Braidwood, heroin equals death or arrest.
Wilmington, Braidwood, 8 dead. Thanks to efforts of our local police departments, that number has dropped from 8 deaths in 2015 to 2 deaths so far in 2016.
If your family, your friend, or you are suffering from heroin addiction, there is help. Please call 815-476-1660 for more information.
Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
Back here on the Christian Internet Sports Network, 21-0 is the lead for Coal City as we get set for the second half kickoff here of this one. Coal City will receive, and the problem for Wilmington has been the fact that they have not been able to even slow down Coal City's offense. And they have to ask that defense to come up with a stop and come up with one quick, or this game might be done at the beginning of the second half.
Well, this possession here is very important. If Wilmington can come out and stop this possession and take the ball over, that'll change the whole complexion of the game for them. Because right now they have no confidence they can do that. But so far, they haven't had a shot at it right now.
So we're about ready for our second half kick, about 30 seconds away from the kickoff here to start quarter number 3. By the way, Wilmington will be back at home next week to take on Peatone. I will not be here for that.
Oh, that's
but
right.
You will be, along with Dennis. He'll take over the controls of things for next Friday night. So we will have that covered for you right here on the network as Wilmington will try to close out the regular season with a win against Peatone. And then, of course, now I forgot to talk about this earlier. You're going to remind me about this in the second half tonight. But we're going to have our IHSA football playoff pairing show on Saturday night. Again, I will not be there, but Dennis and Jeff and all the guys will be out at Terry's again.
Oh,
and they're going to make sure it gets on for you. So if you're used to that tradition of us handling the IHSA pairings, you can listen to that next Saturday night right here on the network. So Peatone on Friday and the playoff pairing show on Saturday.
I think we can safely say there's not another show on the radio like it.
I can promise you that you've never heard another playoff pairing show like the one that we do. So the kick here is taken back at the 5-yard line, across the 10 to the 15, and out across the 20 to the 23 it comes, and there is a really late flag.
Well, what that's all about, that was really late.
I mean, that came flying in from way out at midfield.
like a touchdown pass.
Jack Noreen on the tackle, penalty marker on the play.
So we'll see what this flag is. It's evidently against Coal City. It is a block in the back, which moves it all the way back to the 14. Now again, Wilmington has given Coal City the ball on the 20-yard line. That took about 2 minutes for the Coalers to score a touchdown.
Yeah,
they've also gotten the ball on the 8-yard line. That took them about 2 minutes to score a touchdown. And now they have it on the 14.
They've never gone a full 3 minutes to score in a possession.
Handoff comes near side. Huge hole. Jezik across the 20, out to the 25. Ball came out. Now, nobody blew that dead. I mean, no one said a word about it. We'll see who comes out of there with it. Wilmington has the football. Nobody has called anything. They still haven't called anything. And again, the referees still haven't made it. It's either got to be down or not. It can't be this difficult. He's either down or he's not down, and it's Wilmington's football. So they're still discussing And again, this should not take this long. Either you're down or you're not. And they almost gave Wilmington the ball, and now they do, as Wilmington will have the ball at the Coal City 25-yard line. I tend to think that he might have been down, but then again, I wasn't looking straight at it, and it was a penalty on Coal City.
Let's see. Oh, there was a penalty, too, and they declined
yes,
the
there was a
penalty.
penalty against Coal City, I believe, for holding.
So he actually gained 10 yards, but then he fumbled the ball after he gained the 10 yards. So he gets 10 yards credit.
So now we have another penalty flag down on the near sideline, and who knows what that is. It might be the infamous sideline warning. Or it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. So that'll move it farther down the field, and that almost had to be on the coaching staff, didn't it? I mean, the flag was right in front of where the coaches were standing.
I know one thing. If I was a coach, one of my players did it, I'd be on his
I'd
case.
be a little upset. I mean, I wasn't looking straight at that, but the amount of time it took to call that, that's what I would be upset about if I'm Coach Hutchings, is this idea of it shouldn't take you 2 minutes to decide whether or not the guy's down. He's either down or he's not. So Wilmington will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Coal City 13 with 11:48 to go in the third. Boy, this could be a huge swing if Wilmington can capitalize. Pitch comes near side, and Rodewald down to the 10, drags a couple defenders with him down to the 7. And that's where Wilmington will have the ball 2nd down and about 4. Actually give them close to 7, so it'll bring up 2nd and 3. So the Cats had the ball just outside the Coal City 5, actually almost right on the 6-yard line. And again, for Wilmington, these are the kind of things you have to capitalize on. And if the Cats would have capitalized the last time they were down in this area, the game would be closer. And now you'd be talking about quite possibly a 2-score game instead of, or excuse me, a 1-score game after the score instead of making it 2. But don't get ahead of yourselves. Wilmington has to score yet. Pitch comes right side. We have another flag down. And again,
not again.
Legal procedure against Wilmington. And there's another penalty flag down in the end zone. So another penalty flag down. So we have unsportsmanlike conduct on who? On Coal City. So you're going to back it up 5 yards for the false start or illegal procedure, if you will. And then Coal City just shooting themselves in the foot. 2 unsportsmanlike penalties on top of the turnover. And the ball's going to be right back at the 6-yard line again. Well, just outside the 5. So all of that to say, it'll be 2nd down and 3. So you just redo the whole thing again. This has been a weird start to the second half, I'll tell you that. So 2nd down and 3 for Wilmington, just inside the Coal City 6. Everything packed in here. Shaw to one side and Rodewald to the near. Wilmington going left to right. Hopwood's going to keep it, and he'll get inside the 5. That looked like a broken play again for Wilmington.
Keaton Hopwood, the ball carrier on the quarterback sneak, tackled by a host.
Didn't that look like he was supposed to hand it off or give it to somebody, and there's nobody there, so Keaton tried to get it on his own. And it's going to be just shy, so it'll bring up 3rd down and less than a yard from the Coal City 4. And clearly at this point, Wilmington is in 2-down territory. A field goal does no one any good.
Yeah, they got to have a touchdown.
So 3rd down and a yard. Everything packed in again. Ball just inside the 5 at the Coal City 4. Pitch comes back to Rodewald. And I don't know. It'll be close, depending on where they mark this. And it will bring up 4th down. Ball didn't move hardly at all. So Wilmington will have it 4th and a yard. We'll see what the Wildcats come up with here. I am almost thinking Keaton Hopwood keeps it here, although, let's see. Everything packed in. This is it right here, folks. 4th down and a yard. And everybody moved. I mean, everyone moved, and it's offsides on Coal City. I mean, everyone moved. Hunter Doherty moved. 2 or 3 people on Coal City's defensive line moved, and I have no idea who jumped first. Of course, Coal City says it's Wilmington. Wilmington says it's Coal City. And
well, there was
it will
one
give
of those,
Wilmington a first down.
There was one of those defensive backs charging the line, and he was trying to time it just right, and he came clear over the top. And I think he drew enough attention that
Hunter went, but yeah, the question is when, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So 1st and goal, the ball at the Coal City 2-yard line. Play clock down to 3 seconds. In motion, pitch comes back to Shaw, bangs ahead, and Trey Shaw is in for a 2-yard touchdown run, and Coal City leads it 21-6 with 8:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. And that's what Wilmington needed, was get something started offensively.
Well, so far, Coal City had played almost a perfect game in the first half, and then they've had a couple problems in the second half to put Wilmington right back on the scoreboard.
So Richards on to attempt the extra point. Coal City, all kinds of problems defensively there, mostly with penalties, and this bangs straight through. In fact, it goes off the top of the flagpole, and Coal City now leads it 21-7 with 8:21 to go in the 3rd. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous Dirtworm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair.
21-7 is the lead for Coal City. Kick comes down to the 9-yard line, taken across the 20, 25, out across the 30, and out to the 40-yard line goes the return. And that's where Coal City will start up 1st and 10. Now, last time around, they shot themselves in the foot with the fumble and then picked up 2 unsportsmanlike penalties on defense and an offsides, and Wilmington ended up scoring. But you got to think, if you're the Kohlers, man, you felt like you just gave up a whole lot there at the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and part of it was totally unnecessary.
So 2 receivers off to the near side, back to the I formation for Coal City. Handoff goes up the middle, and that goes nowhere as that is stacked up at the 41-yard line. Jezik met a brick wall in Hunter Doherty and Richards. Jaron Allen in there as well.
Well, he's the one that fumbled the ball away last time they had the ball. Coach gave it to him right the first play. Said, basically saying, Jezik, we're still riding you. Go ahead.
So 21-7 the lead for Coal City, 7:40 to go in the 3rd. 2nd down and 9 for Coal City from their own 41-yard line. Trips to the near side, one to the far out of the shotgun. Handoff comes near side. Jezik gets stacked up again at the 40. Wilmington sending everybody after it, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Boy, I will give that kid some credit.
He took
Man, does he
hit
run
that time,
hard.
didn't he?
He runs hard. So 3rd down and 10 for Coal City from their own 40-yard line. Down to 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. 2 receivers split out to the far side. Actually now trips to the far side. And 2 back to the near side. All by himself in the shotgun is Hutchings. Looks over on the near side. Will take the snap, drops back to pass, pressured by Holman, steps up in the pocket. There is a flag down. Pass is intercepted by Wilmington at their own 49-yard line. There is a flag down, though, at the 39-yard line. There is a flag down, and this is going to be on Coal City. You can tell because everybody's off the field for the Kohlers. And they all came off the field. So they'll move the ball back out to the 49. And again, our officials, we have holding on Coal City, and that is declined. So it will be Wilmington football at their own 49-yard line. Wow. Coal City comes out with back-to-back turnovers to start the second half. And what looked like such a dominant performance from Coal City, now all of a sudden Wilmington has momentum. You always say, you know, Coach Reitz at halftime makes some changes and some adjustments. Let's see what Coal City does here, or excuse me, Wilmington does here from their own 49, 1st and 10. And once again, everyone moving for Wilmington, and that is illegal procedure, and they'll back it up.
And that was obvious that time. You can't do those kind of things.
I don't understand it.
Why was the fullback
it's the same. You're running the same offense over and over and over, and Wilmington for either the 4th or 5th time tonight gets a legal procedure, and probably should have been 1 or 2 more other than that.
These are the mistakes you shouldn't be making. The eighth game of the season.
They're for sure mistakes that you can't make if you're going to win games like this. 1st down and 15 for Wilmington from their own 44. Everybody packed in. Again, Hopwood keeping it. Across the 45 to the 46. And it will bring up 2nd down and 13, close to 14.
2nd down, 13.
Wilmington has yet to even attempt to throw the ball tonight. We'll see what they elect to do here. So 2nd down and 13. Wilmington with the ball on their own 46. Again, back to the double wing. Hopwood under center. Chopping back is Hopwood. Looks downfield, fires. That pass is caught by Holman down to the Coal City 41-yard line. A gain of 13 and a Wilmington 1st down. Boy, what a catch by Cameron Holman. Good throw from Keaton Hopwood as well.
1st down, 10.
So the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 from the Coal City 41. Again, with the little bit of time that Wilmington has possessions here, because the Cats use so much time per possession that Wilmington's really in a position to score every single time they have the ball if they're going to get back in this game. This is Hopwood inside the 40, still going down to the 35-yard line. In fact, all the way to the 34. And it's a gain of 7 more for Keaton Hopwood. Bring up 2nd down and 3 from the Coal City 34. That has been a play that Wilmington has kind of repeatedly come back to. Coal City keying on a lot of the running backs.
Well, that little pass play in there loosens up that defense a little bit.
So 2nd down and 3, everything packed in. And back goes Shaw. Pitch comes back to Rodewald. He's got the 1st down. Still churning down to the 30. So a gain of 4 more for Jake Rodewald and a Wilmington 1st down. The clock is moving in a hurry. We're down to 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
First down, 10.
So to bring up first down and 10 for Wilmington from the Coal City 30-yard line. Again, the Wildcats have capitalized on one turnover here in the second half, and now working off a second turnover. First and 10 from the 30. Pitch comes near side. Trying to get the outside. Shaw inside the 25 to the 20. Shaw to the 15 to the 10. And shoved out of bounds, but there's a flag. Actually, two flags out around the 30 or 31, and that's usually in the area of holding, and is. So they will move Wilmington back.
Holding against Wilmington.
And the officials in this game are starting to become more than the game itself. And that becomes a problem.
First down, 21.
Not to say that there might not have been holding there. There might have been.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I wasn't paying attention to it.
Some of these have been really flags just to throw flags. But either way, first and 21
at the same
now
time
for Wilmington. So again, the Cats kind of shooting themselves in the foot here, much to the same token as Coal City. Hopwood rolls left side, looking downfield, fires it deep down the field toward the end zone. It is incomplete off the hands of Jake Rodewald, and boy, was he open in the end zone.
Oh, man.
I mean, he was wide open in the end zone.
And it came down right in his hands. He just couldn't hang on to it going down.
He had to kind of spin back. It looked like he turned the wrong way or something, but pass a little bit too tall. And it'll bring up second and 21.
It was a slight bit too tall, but
that would have been
he should have caught it.
That would have been a really good catch if he would have come down with that. It's not like it was a gimme, like he was just standing there and it, hit him in the chest. I mean, that was a relatively difficult catch to make, but it's one that he could have possibly made. Second down and 21 from the Coal City 41. And handoff comes near side, and Trey Shaw,
he tripped over his own player.
I guess, was trying to get to the corner, and he ended up sliding to the ground at the 44 of Coal City. And now Wilmington has third and a country mile. I mean, it's third and 29.
And a possession when they had two possible touchdowns taken away. One in a holding play and one in a drop pass. Which, like you said, if he caught it, it would have been a really good catch. It wasn't easy.
So third and officially 24. And Wilmington taking all kinds. They're not even going to get a playoff. And Wilmington will use a timeout.
Boy, way too long to get the play in. Way too long.
Yeah. So a timeout to Wilmington. 3:14 to go in the third quarter. Coal City leads at 21-7. Take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIGtech.com.
So Wilmington elects to use a timeout on 3rd and 23 instead of taking the 5-yard delay of game, and we'll see if that pays off. 2 receivers to the far side. Hopwood jumps back, steps up in the pocket, fires it deep down the field, and that is incomplete. And Wilmington's going to be forced to punt it away.
I'm glad it wasn't intercepted. There's 2 guys over there in those green jerseys waiting around.
Yeah. So Wilmington will be forced to punt. So the Cats use a timeout, one of 3 timeouts on 3rd and 23 to set up a bomb up the sideline, which will now force Wilmington to punt on 4th and 23.
Which did not surprise Coal City. He had 2 guys back on defense and then 1 player. So.
Well, and that's really, Wilmington needed to make something happen there, and that holding penalty. Once again, both teams, there's making a lot of mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Snap back, the kick here. Comes up to the near side, bounces at the 15, kicks sideways. It gets down inside the 5 and will be picked up at the 3-yard line, and that's where Coal City will have it 1st and 10.
Punt is down at the 3-yard line where the Kohlers take over.
But again, for Wilmington, you have to feel like every time you have the ball, you need to score.
Yeah, you're right. Because you can't rely on Coal City to shoot themselves in the foot every time they get the ball.
So Coal City 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line, working right to left with 2:57 to go in the 3rd. And that 2-back set, handoff comes off the left side. Decent gain on 1st down. Call it about 3. And it will bring up
by the Wilmington line.
2nd down and call it 6. As Kohlers moved it all the way back out to near the 8-yard line, so a decent gain there on 1st down. So 2 receivers split out to the near side. Now I formation for the Kohlers with Daniel Jezik as the tailback back around the goal line. Handoff goes to the fullback Best, and he runs into a pile of bodies. And that will bring up 3rd down and 6.
Stop by the Wilmington line, 3rd down, 6.
And for Wilmington again, you feel like you really need to make a stand and get the ball back because you're down under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd, and with the ball control offense that the Wildcats have, are only a couple more possessions left out there for you. 1 receiver to either side. Again, the lone tailback is Jezik. Hutchings up under center. Chops back to pass. Looks near side. Fires. That is caught out near the 15. The ball comes loose. And let's see what they call this. And again, this was close again. And again, we have like a 3-minute conversation. Again, you're either down or you're not down. I don't understand. Why do you need to talk to the rest of the officiating crew? The guy standing right there should be making that call.
Yes, he should.
And so they're going to say that is a 1st down. So a gain of 7 off the catch. I believe that's Michalak again, who ended up with the football. And again, he might have been down there too, but the official standing right there needs to make a call, one way or the other, because then you have that. Back to the I formation. Handoff goes right side, bouncing it back off the near side. Jezik up the sideline. This could be a problem. Jezik inside the 40, and Keaton Hopwood drags him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 59 yards and a Coal City 1st down.
That was an accidental one there, but he did a nice job. He was blocked and
ran into some guys and then reversed.
Just reversed it around and came up their side, and everybody was banged inside at that time.
So Cole City will have it 1st and 10 from the Wilmington 25-yard line. Back to that two-back backfield. Hutchings up under center again. One receiver to the far side. Now one back in motion to the near side. And the handoff goes to Best, trying to get the corner, and he gets dragged down at the 25, maybe the 24. So Connor will get a gain of a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Cole City, and they'll probably just let this clock run out here. I would if I were the Kohlers. And Cole City will take a 21-7 lead into the 4th quarter. We'll take a break, come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Salem Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and Wednesday night prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Back as we start quarter number 4. Cole City leads Wilmington 21-7. And let's face it, Wilmington has had opportunities.
Oh, they have.
They've had 2 or 3 opportunities in the 3rd quarter. And the last time around, Wilmington got themselves in a hole with a holding penalty that went from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20. And then the Cats never could recover from that. And Cole City gets the ball back. And the Wilmington defense forced a couple of turnovers, and then you thought, okay, if you can get points off of both of those turnovers, you're back in it. But when the second one failed to kind of continue on and Cole City gets the ball back, all of a sudden the Kohlers moving the ball again. Here's the old T formation for Cole City with 3 backs in the backfield. Handoff goes right side. Jezik pushes it ahead down near the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and call it a long 4 for Cole City. Boy, you don't see the T formation a lot anymore, do you?
No, you sure don't.
Wilmington every now and then pulls that thing out of that.
I formation and T formation. Here it is again.
Back to the T formation again. Connor Best is the middle back here. Handoff goes right side. This is Jezik. Runs over a defender, and he's going to score. Jezik goes into the end zone for a touchdown. That is a 19-yard touchdown run. He broke 2 or 3 tackles and just cruised into the end zone. Now that is running the football.
Wow. You just have to appreciate that when you see it. He ran over people.
So 27-7 is the lead for Cole City with 11:22 to go in the game.
Well, I know how Cole City got here on the back of that guy right there.
Yep. Oh, you're right. I mean, he's all you need.
Hey, that's it right there, buddy.
So Jezik on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The kick is, what is that? Is that no good? The one ref crossed his arms. Oh, did they call it no? What happened? They called it no good, and then we have a flag down, so I guess it doesn't matter anyway. And, of course, Wilmington is offsides after the kick was missed, even though it went through the uprights.
I guess what they did is they didn't call it because there was a flag.
Have you seen that one before?
I know, no.
Penalty marker, offsides against Wilmington.
So, can't you refuse it? You don't get to refuse it.
Well, he missed the extra point, so you don't want to refuse it.
Oh, he did miss it?
Well, he didn't miss it, but they said he missed it.
Oh, I was going to say it went through, but.
I mean, it pretty clearly went through the uprights, but. And now Coal City, and why not, will set up to go for 2 here out of the T formation. Once again, Best and a fullback, and for Pete's sake, if they can get a yard out of this lineup, handoff goes to Jezik, and he'll get in for 2. So 29-7 is the lead for Coal City with 11:22 to go in the game. Take a break. Come back with more Cats football in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Teresa's Family Styling Salon in Wilmington is an all-ages salon that will style your hair for that special look. They offer cuts, perms, and coloring for any fashion. They also carry Paul Mitchell and Brocato products. Teresa's Family Styling Salon is located in the Southgate Plaza in Wilmington, and you can call for an appointment at 815-476-1955. That's 815-476-1955.
So Coal City leads at 29-7 with 11:22 to go in the game.
Oh, come on.
As Kohlers will get set to kick off left to right here. So back deep for Wilmington is Trey Shaw, along with Matt Sanchez, as Jezik will get set to kick off. So the approach here, taken back to the 5-yard line, make it the 4 by Sanchez across the 15, 20, Sanchez across the 30, and out near the 33-yard line. And Wilmington will start their 1st and 10 with 11:15 to go in the game. You know, the one shot that Wilmington had was off of that second turnover, which was the interception. And then once that didn't quite transpire the way the Wildcats needed to, Coal City got it back, and you knew it was only a matter of time before they were going to score again. So,
well, that holding penalty on that touchdown run, that just really did the end right there.
So 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own,
look at this,
32-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Hopwood out of the shotgun. Rolls left side, looking downfield, trying to get away. And now will be sacked back at the 26. And, you know, if you're Wilmington, I can appreciate the fact that you want to try to throw the football, but, I mean, the Wildcats do one thing and one thing very well. And the problem right now is it's 2nd and, 16, almost 17.
Well, don't advertise that you're going to pass it.
Yeah.
You know, like you're going to run it, go ahead and pass it out of the run, because that's just announcing Coal City, get ready.
Well, Wilmington in a position that they haven't been in all year and really aren't necessarily built for. So back to the double wing it comes. Keaton Hopwood's going to keep it across the 35 to the 40 and all the way out near the 42-yard line. And that'll be close to a 1st down off a gain of, let's call it 16 for Keaton Hopwood off the keeper. Be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 42.
Oh, they gave him a 1st down out of that.
Yeah, the fans in front of us were like, wait a minute, we want to see that one again. I do too, because I don't think he was anywhere near that.
I was watching that right straight in front of me here.
Maybe the 41. Maybe. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wilmington from their own 42.
Oh, I mean, Wilmington needs a few of those breaks right now.
Under 10 minutes to go now. So Hopwood up under center. Handoff comes underneath. Jake Rodewall bangs ahead across a couple of defenders all the way inside the 40, down near the 37-yard line. Wilmington not done yet, but they need to get some stuff in a hurry. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats from the 37 of Coal City. By the way, I think the last Reed Custer score I saw was them ahead of Herscher, 14-7.
Did you recall how many yards that was? It was about 12, 14?
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Wilmington. So Reed Custer on the upper end of a score tonight. At least so far, I think it was 14-7. Hopwood up under center. He'll fake the pitch, rolls right side, looking downfield, sets and fires downfield, and that one is way underthrown and intercepted at the 1. I mean, that was that was just underthrown. That's all that was. And in all reality, Keaton probably could have run 15 yards or so and gotten another first down.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, there was nobody over there with him. The only guy who was after him had fallen off the chase. Couldn't get to him.
So Coal City will have it 1st and 10 from the 1. Last time we saw somebody at the 1-yard line, it was Jake Rodewall with the 99-yard touchdown run.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm not sure why Wilmington threw that ball into the coverage they did, but.
So I formation, fumble in the end zone, and Wilmington has it for the touchdown. The pitch went awry. The Wilmington defense comes up with points. Well, was that Narine who ended up with the football? I think it was. And now it's 29-13. So the pitch went sideways, and Matt Sanchez is credited with the fumble recovery for a touchdown. So now you look brilliant. Throw an interception to the 1-yard line and get a fumble in the end zone, exactly the way that it was planned. So on to attempt the extra point is Richards, 29-13, the lead for Coal City. Snap and the hold are good, and the kick by Richards is good as well. 29-14 is the lead for Coal City. 9-11 to go in the game. We'll take a break. Come back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Pro Real Estate is a family-owned business established in 1983. Its staff and sales agents work in all areas of real estate sales, from first-time homebuyers to experienced investors. Located at 506 South Water Street in Wilmington, clients are welcome to stop by to discuss their real estate needs or visit our website at pro-homes.net. For a private consultation, contact us at 815-476-7916. Breezer Construction Company is a proud supporter of Wilmington Wildcats football on the Christian Internet Sports Network. For over 40 years, Breezer Construction Company has led the way in providing quality construction to the industrial, utility, and pipeline industries. For more information on Breezer Construction Company, go to breezerconstruction.com. That's breezerconstruction.com. Or call 815-521-0900.
So the Cats will get set to kick off here with Coal City leading 29-14. 9-11 to go in the game.
Onside kick.
So the onside goes far side, and that is covered up. And Coal City will take over 1st and 10 from their own 48. And really, quite frankly, Wilmington was kicking the ball off prior to that, and they were returning it to the 35 or 40 anyway, so really nothing to lose by trying it. So all the way out to the 49-yard line. So now all Coal City really has to do, get a couple of first downs and hang on to the football, and Wilmington won't have enough time.
Yeah, because they need two more possessions. Scoring possessions, and Wilmington takes too long to score.
All right, back to the T formation here for Coal City, and we have a timeout to Wilmington. So now the Cats are down to just one left.
You're kidding.
So 9-10 to go. We'll take a break. Back with more Cats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
When you need the very best representation on your side, the attorneys and staff at Odekirk Allred and Associates are here to help with extensive professional experience in cases involving criminal defense, divorce, custody, personal injury, residential real estate, and driver's license reinstatement. Odekirk Allred and Associates and its diverse team is prepared to commit personalized attention and aggressive representation to achieve positive outcomes for your most stressful legal issues. Odekirk Allred and Associates has a team of highly skilled attorneys from the area, including Wilmington locals. Odekirk Allred and Associates takes pride in its communication skills and unmatched reputation for success. Contact Odekirk Allred and Associates at 815-740-1700 or stop by their new office location in Wilmington at 1095 South Water Street for your free consultation today.
(29-14) the lead for Cole City. The ball at their own 49-yard line. Again, I formation here. Hutchings up under center, 2 receivers to the near side. Hutchings hands it off to Jezik, who carries a couple of defenders with him all the way down to the Wilmington 45. A gain of 6 yards on first down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
2nd down.
Again, be sure to join us next week, Friday night. Wilmington will host Piatone. And then on Saturday night, we'll have the IHSA playoff pairing show. So be sure to join us for both of those. Dennis will lead the way on both of those things. Also, be sure to join us in the postgame show tonight, brought to you by the Launching Pad in Wilmington. Go over your final stats. One more chunk of the IHSA football scoreboard, brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates, and we'll talk to Coach Reens as well. Handoff goes to Jezik. He got hit in the backfield, but just drags Richards all the way to the first down at the 41 of Wilmington. And I mean, literally dragged him from the 45 to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he had him by 1 foot. He was hanging on, and he just drug him with his 1 foot. Drug him another 4 yards.
You can see how Cole City was a problem for Bishop Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
right.
I mean, Jezik alone is a problem.
Yeah, he's a problem for everybody. Anybody they play is going to have to deal with him.
And, of course, they're big, and they have some other – I mean, Hutchings can certainly throw the ball at that quarterback position.
Yeah.
And their fullback, Best, he's a beast too. 1st and 10 from the 41. Handoff goes right side. Jezik churns ahead for maybe 3 more yards. And the problem for Wilmington right now is they only have 1 timeout left. And Cole City is completely fine with 3 to 4 yards at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, Hutchings is all the way over here on the sideline, on the near side. There's still 20 seconds in the play clock, and he hasn't even gone back out there yet. So finally, he'll head back out to the huddle. Down to 10 seconds on that play clock.
This extra time between plays has really made all the difference in the world in games.
So 1 receiver to the near side, 2 back set. Handoff goes to Jezik again. He'll be close to another first down. Give him about 6 more yards. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for Cole City. So it'll be 3rd down and a yard.
3rd down, 1.
And again, with 40 seconds at a time coming off that play clock, Cole City can, if they get another first down, can really take away about 3 more minutes. So 1 receiver over to the near side. Again, a 2-back set, 3rd down and a yard. Hutchings gives it to the fullback, Best. He'll get 2 yards and a Cole City first down to the Wilmington 30. And the Kohlers now can salt away 2 to 3 more minutes. And also Wilmington with 1 timeout remaining. So again, be sure to stick around for the postgame show, brought to you by the Launching Pad. Final totals, 1 more check of the scoreboard, and we'll talk to Coach Reens as well. Wilmington was in position a couple times tonight to take advantage.
A holding penalty took another touchdown away.
The drop pitch in the first half, too, was another one.
Oh, yeah, down there.
Handoff goes left side, and losing about 3 yards on first down is Austin Pilara, the 6'2", 210-pound senior. And Cole City will have it now 2nd and 12. The Kohlers still running out of that T formation that time around. And again, for the Kohlers, no rush. Matter of fact, using 3 to 4 downs at a time, and they don't even have to score. They could really run out the clock.
Yeah, that's what they don't have to score, right?
They get another first down, it's going to be really difficult for Wilmington to even get the ball back. So 2nd down and 12, 2 receivers to the near side. Down to 5 seconds on that play clock. Out of the I formation. Handoff goes to Jezik.
Boy,
and he gets stacked up after a gain of 2.
Jezik, the ball carrier, tackled by Matt Sanchez.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Cole City.
He was bulldozing his way through there, and once he got jerked sideways and thrown to the ground. I don't know who did it, but they had some strength, whoever it was.
Now, if you're Cole City here, do you put the ball in the air on 3rd and 10? Or do you wait for 4th down and then put it in the air? I think
Cole City? I'd run it both times.
I'd run it one more time, and then I think I might put it in the air on 4th down. But we're down under 4 minutes now. They've used up a huge chunk of the 4th quarter. One tailback here. Pitch comes near side. This is Jezik trying to get the corner. Does, all the way down to the Wilmington 20. So Jezik will get another first down, running that ball up the right side. It'll be a gain of 10 and a Cole City first down.
So I say, what do? You give the ball to Jezik.
And really for Cole City, with Wilmington only having 1 timeout, they're not really to the point of taking a knee yet, but you're not far away.
Nope,
with a 40-second play clock, you're definitely not.
So they just changed the play, and they sent Jezik to the outside instead of up the middle, and that's where he's effective.
So Hutchings back up under center. He'll hand it off to Jezik off the left side, still churning. Down inside the 15 to near the 12. Be a gain of 7, close to 8.
Daniel Jezik, the ball carrier, tackled by Cam Holman. 2nd down, 3.
And Cole City could get another score here. Well, the way they're running the football, they might.
Oh, yeah, I don't think, unless they fumbled or something, you can keep them out.
Down to 2:40 to go in the game. Wilmington trying for one last stand, but they've been trying for the last 6 or 7 minutes. 2nd down and 3 for Cole City from the 13 of Wilmington. Handoff goes to the fullback. This is Best, all the way down to the 6.
Connor Best, the ball carrier, tackled by Nick Gornick.
And we have a player down for Cole City.
Officials timeout.
And that might be Best himself, and that would not be good for Cole City going into Week 9 in the playoffs if something were to happen to Connor.
Did you see how many yards he got that time? 3 or?
Got about 6, close to 7.
Oh, that many. 6.
So let's take one more break here. We'll come back with more Wilmington Wildcats football in a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
The launching pad is back, and the kitchen is now open 7 days a week. The iconic Route 66 restaurant is now serving Italian beef, Chicago-style hot dogs, malts, shakes, and their famous dirt worm sundaes. During your stop at the launching pad, check out the Route 66 gift shop and get your picture taken with the Gemini Giant. Cruise on over to 810 East Baltimore Street in Wilmington and visit the launching pad today. Warren's Collision Center is now at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. They accept all insurance companies, and as always, customer service is their top priority. Contact Warren's Collision at 815-458-3300, stop by online at warrenscollision.com, or visit in person at 860 Easy Street in Braidwood. Warren's Collision Center is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Warren's Collision Center, where they care beyond the repair. Quigley Technology Services is your local source for computer help. They have built numerous websites, including ours here at the Christian Internet Sports Network. Quigley Technology Services also specializes in virus removal, so your computer will get back to full speed now. And you can trust them for first-class computer repair, including free local pickup and delivery, plus on-site service, including after hours. Contact Quigley Technology Services at 815-293-7844 or stop by at quigtech.com. That's QUIG tech.com.
Well, the injured player is Connor Best, the 6 foot, 220-pound senior who really can't put any weight. He's getting some help getting off the field. It is that right leg or right ankle of Best, and that's not good. As like we said, you want both of these teams full speed going in the playoff with everyone healthy. And Coal City, if they're going to make a deep run in 4A, and they have all the makings of it, they need that young man right there.
Boy. Yeah,
so hopefully that's nothing serious, but he's working to get to the bench here. So after all that, Coal City will have it first and goal at the Wilmington 6 as the clock runs down under 2:10 to go now. And really, honestly, Coal City can score here just to get another point, and they might, but I think they can almost run it out. Not quite there, and it will be a delay of game on Coal City. So it'll go from the 6 back out to the 11.
Now how do you get it?
I don't know. I mean, the clock's right there. You're about 15 yards in the play clock.
You've had about a 10-minute wait here.
Well, I think but the tricky part to that, though, is whenever you have a stoppage like that, it's not a 40-second clock, it's 25. So if you're thinking that it's back to 40 and it's 25, you might not even be looking at it at that point.
Yeah, that could be.
And like now, you have a penalty, it goes to 25. It doesn't go to 40. By the way, the clock's still running. We're down to 140. Coal City's going to take a knee, I do believe. And this game will come to a close. If you're Coal City and Wilmington both, no more injuries. You got to be healthy going forward. And so I think Coal City will have to snap the ball one more time. But at the end of all of this, the Coalers are going to come out of here with a 29-14 victory. Be sure to stick around for our post-game show brought to you by The Launching Pad. Big thank you to them over there in Wilmington. We'll have a final check of your stats. We'll get a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. And we will talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reintz, as well.
Hosting Reed Custer here at Coal City High School for senior night.
So Coal City takes a knee, and that will do it. I think the officials have everybody separated out there. They might have to take one more knee here, technically. And there it is. And Coal City will win it 29-14 here over Wilmington. So the Coalers will move to 8-0. The Wilmington Wildcats will move to 7-1. Welcome into the postgame show brought to you by The Launching Pad. Take a break, come back with your final stats and a check of the IHSA football scoreboard as well. We'll do that in just a moment on the Christian Internet Sports Network.
Valen Acres Bible Church is the perfect place if you are looking for a church to call home. They have services every week, including Sunday school at 9:45, morning worship at 11, and prayer meetings at 7. Phelan Acres Bible Church, is located at 26009 Willow Lane in Wilmington, Illinois. And for more information, call 815-476-7818. That's 815-476-7818. If you're looking for more information on Wilmington Wildcats football, then check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's. Each week, Coach Reentz goes over game film, takes questions from the audience, and presents the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards. Plus, you'll get to hang out with other Wildcat fans and get the inside scoop on next week's game. So be sure to check out the Catbackers every Wednesday at 7 at Tuffy's.
Hey, Billy, where do you think you're going with that beer?
What's the big deal? He is at home.
Nice, Bob. Real nice.
Look, they're practically grown. They're juniors and seniors now, and they're here for the day. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that may be true for yours, but you can't let the others drink.
In Illinois, the social host law holds adults accountable for underage drinking.
If a minor who was drinking at your house injures or kills someone, you are guilty of a Class 4 felony. You get fined. You go to jail.
So, being the host, aka the adult, letting high schoolers drink is illegal.
Be their guide, don't provide. If you or someone you know abuses alcohol or drugs, please call 815-476-1660. Help is only a phone call away.
This ad is brought to you by the Wilmington Coalition for a Healthy Community in partnership with ONDCP and SAMHSA.
Back in the Christian Net Sports Network as we roll into the postgame show brought to you by the Launching Pad as Coal City wins it tonight 29-14 over Wilmington. We'll get to your final scoring totals here in just a moment. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reentz, here in just a little bit. Coal City moves to 8-0 on the year as Wilmington will drop now to 7-1 as the Cats came into tonight as the number one team in 3A, and they'll probably be somewhere in that top 5 neighborhood even after tonight. I mean, this is a tough opponent in Coal City. You hate to see Connor Best go down with an injury for the Coalers. He's trying to limp around in the middle of the field, and they need Connor for sure in those 4A playoffs. So we'll see if he can come back and get healthy again for the Coalers to make a playoff run. And for Wilmington, you know, this, again, you want to be 9-0 to have as good a seeding as you can get in the playoffs. This is a good, hard contest at Coal City, a team that's going to go deep in the 4A playoffs. And for Wilmington, it's a good test to see kind of where you fall come 3A playoffs. Now, the Cats have another game at home next week against Piatone, which you can get right back here on the network. And then the playoff pairing show next Saturday night. And then the Cats roll into the playoffs in 3A with a 1 loss in their record, but albeit a much tougher schedule than most of the opponents in 3A will end up playing. So, you know, you get some of that. So we'll have one more check here of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk Allred and Associates. At the half tonight, this is the ICE scores. Reed Custer leads Herscher 14-13. In the third quarter, it's Piatone 14, Lyle 6. Boy, speaking of weird scores in the ICE, Mantino 35-7 over Streeter. That game in the third quarter as well. So again, Reed Custer 14, Herscher 13 at the half. Piatone 14-6 over Lyle in the third quarter, and Mantino 35-7 over Streeter also in the third quarter. Other scores from around the area, Canelan 17-14 over Morris. That's at the half. Seneca beats Moments 54-17. It was Rochelle now a 26-0 lead on Plano. And think about it, we got done early tonight. Fieldcrest 14, Eureka 10. That's in the third. Tremont 14-0 over Peoria Heights. That's at the half. Clifton Central 48-7 over Iroquois West at the half. Sandwich 20, Ottawa 19. That's at the half. Plainfield North 14-7 over Oswego East at the half. It's Joliet West 13-7 over Plainfield South in the third. Oswego 21, Yorkville 20. That's in the third. By the way, Oswego undefeated. Yorkville has 1 loss, so that's a big matchup as well. Minooka 20-7 over West Aurora. That's in the third quarter. It's Paxton 16-15 over Watseka at the half. Sycamore leads LaSalle Peru 21-0. It's Fenton 10-7 over Aurora East. That's at the half. Brother Rice 19-0 over Carmel. That's in the second quarter. Naperville Central leads DeKalb 28-16 in the second quarter. It's Neuqua Valley 38-14 over Naperville North in the third quarter. Bishop Mack beats Aurora Central Catholic 56-6 tonight. It's Lincoln Way East 40-0 over Sandburg. That is also a final. Another final, Thornridge 34, Rich South 18. Downers Grove defeated Lions tonight 14-12. Again, not a lot of finals because we're still kind of early here tonight. This game got rolling quickly. Couple more scores. Waubonsee Valley 28-14 over Mateo Valley at the half. It's Lincoln Way Central 21-0 over Stagg in the second quarter. Lincoln Way West leads Bradley Bourbonnais 17-7 at the half. Providence and St. Lawrence are tied at 10 at the half. Lockport leads Andrew 10-7 at the half. Crete-Monee 56-6 over Bloom. That's in the second quarter. Bolingbrook leads Homewood Flossmoor 7-0 at the half. It's Richards 21, Shepherd 7. That's at the half. Marist 24-0 over St. Patrick. That's at the half. Hillcrest 12, Lamont 7. That's also at the half. Thornton Fractional North leads Tinley Park 14-0 at the half as well. Let's get to our final stats here, and then I'll come back to this as we wait for Coach Raines. Coal City wins 29-14 over Wilmington tonight. Our final totals for Coal City. Daniel Jezik, Coach Raines said you had to stop him to win tonight. Well, the thing is they didn't, because Daniel Jezik ran for 26 times for 236 yards and 3 touchdowns. Connor Best ran the ball 4 times for 81 yards here tonight. Austin Pilara, 1 carry for 3 yards, or actually negative 3 yards. Coal City, 34 rushes, 324 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Peyton Hutchings through the air was 3 of 4 for 76 yards and a touchdown. He also had an interception. Kyle Birch, a 60-yard touchdown reception, and Josh Michalak, 2 receptions for 16 yards. Added all up, 400 yards of offense for Coal City here tonight. For Wilmington, rushing the football, Keaton Hopwood, 9 rushing attempts for 49 yards. Trey Shaw ran the ball 9 times for 25 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Rodewald, 14 carries, 180 yards here tonight. Wilmington on the ground, 32 rushing attempts, 154 yards, and a touchdown. Matt Sanchez had the other score on a fumble recovery in the end zone. Keaton Hopwood was 1 of 4 for 13 yards tonight, and he also threw a pick. Wilmington, when was the last time you saw Wilmington under 200 yards of total offense? 167 yards of total offense to the 400 that Coal City had.
Did I?
While you're taking a look at that, let's go through the rest of the scores in the IHSA football scoreboard as we wait for Coach Raines to join us here. Nazareth 14-0 over Niles Notre Dame. That's at the half. Glenbard South 13-0 over Glenbard East. That's at the half. All these scores at the half so far. Glenbard North 9-0 over Wheaton Warrenville South. Larkin and Elgin are tied at 14. New Trier 17-0 over Glenbrook North. Lake Park 21-2 over Geneva. Wheaton North 17-13 over St. Charles East. Riverside Brookfield 13-10 over Wheaton. Deerfield 7-0 over Highland Park. Willowbrook 44-0 over Cicero Morton. Mount Prospect 23-13 over Buffalo Grove. It's Barrington 14, Hoffman Estates nothing. Downers Grove South 14-3 over Leiden. Hershey 42, Elk Grove Village 7. St. Charles North 20-7 over Batavia. Fremd 7-6 over Conant. Rolling Meadows 42-0 over Wheeling. All of those scores at the half. Second quarter, IC Catholic leads St. Francis 13-7. Streamwood leads West Chicago. There is, I don't think that's, well, yeah, that's correct. Streamwood leads West Chicago 8-3. And let's see, a couple of their second quarter scores. Evanston 13-0 over Niles West. Addison Trail 14-0 over Hinsdale. It's Bartlett 14-0 over South Elgin. Again, local scores from the ICE tonight. Reed Custer 14-13 over Herscher. That game is at the half. It's Piatone 14, Lyle 6 in the third quarter. Mantino leads Streeter 35-7 also in the third quarter. Canelan leads Morris 17-14 at the half. Plano trails Rochelle 26-0 in the third quarter. Seneca won tonight 54-17 over Moments. Sandwich leads Ottawa 20-19. Minooka 20-7 over West Aurora. Lincoln Way East won big tonight. And that pretty much covers it. Joliet West 13-7 over Plainfield South. And the other scores here, the other big game tonight, Yorkville and Oswego. Oswego leads Yorkville 21-20. That game in the third quarter. That is a full check of the IHSA football scoreboard brought to you by Odekirk, Allred, and Associates. Big thank you to Mike for handling those things.
One correction out of the stats here. Wilmington had 167 yards, so Jacob couldn't have had 180 yards. It's actually 80 yards.
Oh, 80 yards. Oh, my fault. I thought there was a 1 in there. Yeah, that clearly couldn't be the case if they ended up with 167 yards.
If they were listening to you, they would say, "No, that doesn't." Boy,
yeah, that's a lot of weird math if that happened. So yeah, it's 80 yards.
And even then, Wilmington had the shots tonight.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Second half, they had the shots.
I mean, if you go back to the first real drive, now Wilmington went 3 and out in the first drive. Then they get the ball, they come all the way down the field, get inside the 20, and on 3rd and a yard, the pitch play, Trey Shaw can't handle it, and then all of a sudden it's 4th and 3. Wilmington misses a field goal, and then you get what you get. And the second half starts off with Coal City fumbling the ball. Wilmington goes straight in and scores a touchdown. Then Coal City throws an interception. You think, okay, here it is. Wilmington gets a holding call. It goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20, and then all of a sudden Coal City gets another score, and there it is.
Yeah, they had the chance to come back. They just kind of ran out of gas, shot themselves in the foot a time or two, cost them a win. But nice effort again. You watch them; they played hard right up to. They always do, right up to the very end. Never gave in.
Well, they did. We're waiting on Coach Raines. He's in a couple of interviews down there, media, newspaper, and all kinds of things. That young man right there had himself a ball game. Daniel Jezik.
Oh, boy.
Ran for
You think he might be the difference in the two teams tonight?
He is the difference in the two teams tonight. There's no maybe or might about it.
No,
That's it.
He put on a show. He really put on a show. You have to appreciate that.
So, once again, we're waiting on the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Raines, to join us. And, boy, this place was packed out tonight. Coal City got up to a big lead, but Wilmington didn't go away. They came back, had an opportunity to get even closer, and then all of a sudden a couple of things happened. And
the wheels came off, and boom.
Yeah, and the Cats end up on the wrong end of a 29-14 score. Now, what that means is that for Coal City, they stay undefeated at 8-0 for one thing. So they're still going to get a top seed in 4A because I can't see Coal City losing next week. And I haven't even looked at who they're playing. It doesn't matter because
they're playing
is it Reed Custer? Yeah, well,
that's not going to be too
kind of know where that's going to go. And so Coal City will end up at 9-0, and they'll get a top seed in 4A. And Wilmington now was at 7-0. Excuse me. Now is at 7-1, going into Piatone next week. And let's not kid ourselves. Piatone
can be tough.
Has beaten just about everybody, and then they go out and they lose to Mantino. And so Piatone with a couple losses. I think the other one was to Coal City earlier in the year. That's not going to be an easy game. So the Cats need to kind of regroup, come back next week, and go full speed and see what's there. And then once that's done, then you get the playoff pairing show, and you see where that goes. But if Wilmington can get a win next week and go to 8-1, they're still going to get a home game in the first week of the playoffs, and they'll get a pretty decent spot there. But things get kind of weird because you have Lyle, who's in there and kind of waiting on some opponents, and then you get some other weird things with Byron, and where are they going to fall? Are they going to end up in that same spot or what? And so then you have kind of what you got. But next Friday night, Wilmington against Piatone, right back here at 6:40 on the network, and then the playoff pairing show, which will be Saturday night. Of course, Dennis will be here with you next week on Friday night, and then Dennis will also be back with Jeff and Terry and all those guys on Saturday.
That would be an experience in itself.
Yeah, and that'll be a thing. I'll probably be in the airport in Atlanta listening to that, and I'm sure that's going to be a thrill because that show is like a 3-ring circus anyway. And then you kind of put all that stuff together and. With Dennis and Jeff, and you kind of see where
Coach has to leave,
ends
evidently.
up, man. Coach Reentz is headed to the far sideline, so we'll see.
we'll
get in another minute or two, but they're going to turn all the lights off on us pretty soon.
Yeah, they are. We still got to get our electricity unplugged from inside.
Yeah, I think Coach will head over this way in a second. He was getting his bag. As a matter of fact, you could probably go in there and unplug it and throw it out here, the power cord, because I got enough juice in here for this thing to
so everything
last.
can be unplugged?
Yeah, you can unplug it and throw it out. We'll have talk to Coach Reentz here in just a second. Again, one more time, next week, 6:40 Wilmington and Peatone, and then on Saturday night we'll have the IHSA playoff pairing show as well. You can get all that right back here on the network, and we'll talk to Coach Reentz just briefly here tonight. I know he's been talking to a little bit of everyone, and we don't want to hold him up a whole lot tonight, but we do want to get his thoughts on this as we get set to turn the page into next week against Peatone. So again, Coal City stays undefeated at 8-0 and lurking toward the top of 4A. Wilmington will be at 7-1, and they'll be somewhere, I'm assuming, in the top 5 still in 3A. They'll definitely be in the top 10 in 3A. When you play an opponent from the top 10 in 4A and it's a 2-score game, I think that will stick around for a little bit. And of course, Wilmington stands to reason now that game with Peatone now becomes big because you want to go into the playoffs at 8-1 instead of 7-2, and I'm sure Coach Reentz is not going to have any problem getting his guys' attention this week after this game with Coal City. And you had kind of all this hoopla. There's a bunch of stuff going on in town. You had Channel 7 News out here and NBC and everybody else, and we had all of this hype going into the game, and it was a fun night. But now once that's all gone, where do you go as a group, and kind of how does that whole thing come together into Week 9? So we'll talk to Coach here in just a moment, and I'll put on that headset as we'll talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Jeff Reentz. And Coach, tonight, that one, it started off, a little bit rough, got down a few scores, and then regrouped a little bit at halftime, and you had a couple of back-to-back turnovers there, and you thought things were starting to roll a little bit, and then just couldn't quite get over the hump, it seemed like.
No, we were on our heels. But defensively we were terrible the first half, and that's me, as a coach. But also that has a lot to do with Coal City's offense and Jezik, and they kind of caught us a little bit off guard by going no huddle right away. We were kind of scrambling a little bit. But by the same token, I thought we made the adjustments at halftime, but I couldn't stop the bleed until halftime, and guys, you could tell the kids were off-kiltered. And again, but I want to say, we were off-kiltered because of the good football. We weren't playing well against a very good football team.
Sure.
And that's what happened tonight in the first half. Second half, I know they still got us some. We got some turnovers, which I was happy about. The biggest thing we're going to build on is we didn't roll over.
Nope.
We came out the second half and played hard. Got a couple turnovers, and so we go from there.
Well, and that's the thing, we talk each and every year, no matter which way, if it's a win or a loss, it's how does that go from beginning to end. And for your guys tonight, all the way down to the end, fought to the last second to try to get something going. And that's all you can ask, is that they just keep coming back and see if something will work.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. And, we just got to get our act together a little bit again. Now we're going to turn around and play a good Peatone team next week, and so it's a 24-hour rule. So we talked about it after a big win. After 24 hours, it's over. We had a tough loss tonight. After 24 hours, it's over, and then we move on. But something like this, though, I will say it's going to make the coaches relook at themselves and me particularly, and making sure that we're doing things right. But we're going to build our kids up. We're not going to yell and scream all the, we're just going to get our kids ready for hopefully a great senior night next Friday. But, again, we'll have our work cut out going against Peatone, but that's the ice conference.
Sure.
That's the way it is.
Well, and it's tough too, because now not only do you have that, but this week is always kind of that speeding up week, because you have the game on Friday, then you turn around and you have the playoff pairings on Saturday, and then you start looking at a new opponent, and you've got all of that going on. How hard is it to keep those kids now focus on what they need to do on Friday with everything else kind of thrown in the mix here?
No, it really is. You got to stay focused. And you know what? And going through this tough loss tonight, that might get them focused, and get them back to where we're supposed to be. And But we were, I think we were so high coming into the game too that we were fired up, which is good. I mean, this is a playoff atmosphere and that type of deal, and then we go down that quick. Now you're kind of wondering, what the heck's going on, and so when we were able to settle down at halftime, the kids come back and did a nice job.
Well, Coach, you get Piatone next week. We'll kind of re-rack this whole thing and see if we can go back in the right direction and get things rolling for the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, when they start the season, you got 9 games. So right now we're 7-1. Hopefully we can get 8 wins next week. But it's a tough task, and but we're going to look forward to that challenge.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Thank you for joining us. I know there's a bunch going on tonight, so we appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks.
So Coach Jeff Raines joining us here on the postgame show, brought to you by the Launching Pad as Wilmington goes down tonight 29-14 to Coal City. Back here next week, 6:40. Piatone is next in the docket. Dennis will be along to help out as well. And then next Saturday night, the IHSA Playoff Pairing Show as well. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast here tonight as Coal City does get the win 29-14. Coalers go to 8-0. Wilmington now